Did you know that 92% of people never achieve their New Year's resolutions? Do you want to be one of the 8 in every 100 people that can do it year on year? I think I've finally cracked the code in achieving goals that I set, and it's not what you expect. We've all been there. You know, we set goals with the best intentions. You do, I do, but they seem to slip away from us sometimes. Maybe the objective was unclear and we just don't really want it that badly. And maybe we just get overwhelmed and afraid. These common hurdles make us sometimes feel like it's impossible to stay on track. But don't worry, there are ways to overcome this, and that is what we're going to go through now. Let me show you a completely different way of goal setting. If you search goal setting on Google or YouTube, you will get bombarded with SMART goals. If you aren't aware of SMART, it is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's a framework for goal setting, but it seems to be the only thing that people talk about for setting your goals at the start of the year. And this framework is heralded as the #1 goal setting technique. Today I'm going to share with you a goal setting method that is a little bit off center and not the normal way that people look at goals. And it will help you get clarity of the bigger picture and building a more ideal life for yourself in the process. Instead of focusing on what you want to achieve, think about who you have to become to achieve the goal. Both who you want to be and who you have to be. This is part of my ideal life matrix, a framework for designing a blueprint to build a more ideal life for yourself. For example, instead of saying I want to lose weight, I want to lose 6 kilos in the next 6 months and gain 2% body fat, that's kind of a SMART goal, right? But what we want to do is reframe that into who we wish to become. To be a healthy and fit person, right, is a who. So in this example, it might be to be a fit and healthy person that loves working out 4 days a week. You notice the difference between the two yet? Here are some of my personal goals using this framework. To be a polymath, a student of life and always learning. To be a brilliant partner and nurture a sustainable relationship with my significant other. See, these are more broad, identity-based goals. They focus on the person that you need to become to receive the outcome that you wish for. Now that I have these personas that I'm trying to become, it kind of sets the tone for the rest of my life and my actions. Now, the simplest fact is that the easiest way we can achieve goals is by becoming the type of person that would achieve those goals. Interestingly, this is a key framework in Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking, whose book in a clinical trial managed to help 40 to 55% of people who read the book and followed the process to quit smoking successfully. That's some seriously powerful words. So how does he use it? What does he do? Well, in Carr's book, he leverages identity. He uses the power of identity to help people actually quit smoking by shifting them from a smoker identity into a non-smoker identity. Doing this, individuals can break free from the psychological grip of a nicotine addiction. This transformation involves adopting new beliefs, reframing thoughts, and consistently reinforcing the non-smoker persona by focusing on who they want to be. And this is a direct quote from the book: to be healthy, free, and empowered non-smoker. Readers from the book now can align their actions based off this new persona that they've been given and achieve lasting success in quitting smoking. Interestingly, in the book, he encourages people to rephrase the way that they refer to themselves. No longer saying that I have quit smoking, but saying I am not a smoker. Even these things that are embedded in our language can affect our identity, and it can also reinforce this new identity by making sure that we use it within our everyday language. What this tells me from my own anecdotal experience and from Carr using this in addiction, quitting of addiction, is that identity has the ability to change behaviors dramatically. We have to see ourselves as the type of person that can go and achieve those big, scary goals. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is who you really are, while your reputation is merely what other people think you are. Now let me share a personal story. This year I set out to start a YouTube channel, the one that, if you're this far in the video, you're watching now. At first, this project seemed daunting to me, but I broke it down into smaller components and started chipping away at them. Start the channel, update the photos, get the channel banner ready. But as soon as it came to something hard, I stopped. I froze. I was scared. I was afraid. I didn't want to fail, and I was paralyzed. I stopped taking action. But then what changed? I'm here recording this video. Well, during one of my weekly reflections on a Sunday morning, I read through my goals, the very same ones that we've been talking about in this video, and I realized that I wanted to be a polymath and commit to a life full of learning. I wanted to be a teacher and a mentor to people, because I'm so blessed with the life that I get to live that I want to make others' lives better by sharing the stuff that I learned to get me to where I am now. It's not complicated. I've gone through all these frameworks and had so many mentors, and I just wanted to share it. And then it just clicked that YouTube is just a mechanism to be the person that I want to be. I want to be a teacher. So this was just an avenue to do so. Plus, it's hard and it's full of learning, so it fulfills another goal of mine, to be a polymath, to be reading, to be learning, to be synthesizing stuff in the world. Writing scripts, pressing record not only became easy, it became exciting. It became fulfilling. I got more energy from doing it. And it didn't feel like I didn't have time, even though I have a full-time job with my marketing director role. Rereading my goals fueled me with intrinsic motivation that I was becoming the person that I wanted to be. And now I started my channel, and I have also started building out an ideal business program for people that want to have a more ideal life through their business. And it's been one of the most rewarding experiences I've had in the last few years. And it's thanks to you. This showed me that with the right mindset and the right intentions, aligning with the person that I want to become and taking actions based off that, life feels more authentic. And as a bonus, I get to control the person that I'm becoming. Pretty cool. Take action. Now it's time to take action. If you don't have time to do it right, when will you have time to do it over? Now, I don't like making content at all that doesn't have a level of action with inside it, something that you can do and take away. Here's how you can set your goals up in this own framework for yourself. First, I'm going to get you to get a pen and paper, and I'm going to get you to do something probably uncomfortable. Just spend 30 minutes with your phone outside the room and write all of your goals down onto a piece of paper. Then the second step, after you've done that, is go through each of these and think about the person in which you have to become to achieve that goal. That might be a great father, that might be a loving husband, that might be, during this process, just use the to be somewhere in the sentence, to be a something something. This is important because we're talking about that future state, to be becoming something. So to be has to be included in the sentence somewhere. You might end up with 10 or 15 of these, and look at that. You have a small little map of the person that you're trying to become. All the little components of your life, whether that's relationships or health or hobbies or business ventures, they're all included, and you have to become a certain little part of a person to achieve those. And slowly you're going to start acting like that person, and those goals are going to start happening. I don't really wonder why people don't complete their goals at the beginning of the year in this New Year's resolution. So often they're not even remotely tied to anything in our identity. They're just far-fetched and kind of bucket listy things like get a six-pack or run a marathon. I know that it's very easy to argue that, yeah, but I need a step-by-step process to work backwards from my goals, and I need it to be specific and know exactly. All that is true, and yes, having a plan is a really good idea, but that's not the point of this process. It takes motivation to put your shoes on, to step out the door, to start running in the cold. But what remains when willpower and motivation are gone? What do we default to? The very person we are. I have this amazing quote that has been stuck in my head for 6 years, and I think about it multiple times every week. I used to read it to myself for a year every single morning, and it's from Sam Ovens, and it has stuck with me, and I often say it to people, and it's very guru-y. Now it's your turn. It basically says, I might be paraphrasing here, but it basically says, I am who I am becoming. Myself is never stagnant. And I think it's beautiful because it highlights exactly what we're trying to say here. The person who we are is never going to be the same. Our goals change and the person that we want to become changes, but we always are becoming who we are becoming, and we aren't stagnant. This is good to remember, and a beautiful quote. If you are feeling brave and you would like to share one of your reflections, please put them in the comments down below where we can celebrate together in the person that you are becoming. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video, and if you are interested in ways to build a more ideal life for yourself, I post videos every week about the topic of ideal life design, so if you want to watch more, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.